All right. What's up, y'all? This is Smoke coming to you here to talk about relationships. The gender war is raging right now. Raging. We got men versus women, black on black, black women versus black men, drizzle, uh, all kind of stuff going on. The manosphere attacking. Just seems like we're not having good quality discussion, good quality back and forth. And I feel like I want to throw my hat in the ring because I feel like I am someone who understands of both sides of the arguments that are being had, both sides of the feelings that each side is feeling. I feel like there's not a lot of olive branches going back and forth, not a lot of understanding. There's a lot of wants, there's a lot of needs, there's a lot of ask, but there's no give, there's no reach, there's no bridges being built. So I want to throw my hat out there to discuss it, mainly because it's affecting me, and I don't like that. And I feel like I have a lot of experience in this arena, a lot of dating experience, a lot of experience with people in general, a lot of experience with different types of people, just because of the things that I've come in contact with due to my career, and how I grew up and everything. So I want to bring some logic. I want to bring some empathy. I want to bring some common sense. And I always say common sense is not common. But I want to bring some sense, some semblance of sense back into the world, back into these discussions, back into these places, so that we can start to have better results, better input into the system, so that we can get some better output. Because I feel like that's where we're struggling, and that's what needs attention, right? So since this is my first show, I'll give you a little bit about me just so you can understand who is talking to you. I'm not going to tell you like who I am personally or anything like that. But I would be considered a millennial, but one of the earlier millennials. So I've been around for a little bit. I'm not old yet, but I've been around for a little bit. I've been in relationships most of my adult life, with very little breaks in between. And like I said, because of my career, I get very intimate insights into the relationships of others, between their relationships, their marriage, how it functions, all that kind of stuff, what works, what doesn't. So, like I said, I want to bring that to the world. And I'm just tired of the conversations that we're having out here with the manosphere stuff, with the feminist stuff, with these different little movements, with social media, the social media wisdom that we all share, all that kind of stuff. And what I'm going to do, what I'm not going to do, I'll say that first. I'm not going to put a lot into this channel. I'm not going to put a lot into this show as far as production quality. What you see is probably what you're going to get because I have a career. I've got stuff I've got to do outside of this. I'm not trying to clout chase, not trying to grow this channel to millions of followers and millions of subs and all that crap that you see going on, advertising, all this stuff. I don't care about none of that. I really don't. All I want to do is improve the dating market, improve the relationship statuses that we have, improve the outcomes that we have. Because like I said, it's affecting me and it's pissing me off. So I want to get myself out there. But I'm not going to be having like all kinds of soundboards and all kind of crazy production quality, all that kind of stuff. What you see is what you're going to get. I'm just using the base level stuff. I'm not about to edit all this stuff up. I'm not about to do all kind of behind the scenes stuff, get a set and all this kind of stuff and make a whole TV production out of this. This is it. All right. Unless somehow lightning strikes and this channel goes crazy or something like that, then I'll just pay people to do it for me. But outside of that, I don't have time for it. I got a career, I got a business to manage, so I'm not gonna be putting. This is the most time that I'm gonna be devoting to this stuff is just me talking about it on video, and that's it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be using some of these other videos as a platform, as a scaffolding to have these conversations with y'all, um, and see how it comes about. My opinions are my opinions. You're not gonna like a lot of them. I'm gonna just keep it real, because people don't like change. People don't like to hear what they don't like to hear. People like for the world to change around them rather than them change to get better results themselves. And that rubs a lot of people the wrong way, especially if the shoe fits. So I'm not saying I'm Mr. Perfect. I'm not saying I got every single thing figured out. But I think that the things that I have to say are going to lead to better results. And the reason why people aren't implementing them right now is because they're hard to hear. And we'll see some examples of that tonight with this first video that we're going to go through. So let's go ahead and get into it, and we'll see what we find out along the way. Let me get everything queued up here. Unfortunately, the power went out for a second and reset all my stuff. So I gotta reset everything up on the fly here. So hold on one moment. All right, here we go. Yeah, that's all the graphics y'all gonna get. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna use Kendra G as the platform and the scaffolding for this first conversation we about to have. All right, let's go. Ooh. Hold on, I gotta get the sound right. Like I said, I'm doing all this stuff on the fly. That should fix it, I think.
About that.
Yeah,
How
there
did
we
that
go.
come in the room?
All
You
right.
brushing his hair, girl. What is going on?
I'm skipping this first part because I'm tired. I don't hate this screaming and all this kind of stuff.
Where you calling me from?
She's from California. She's like 25 years old, and I'll let her take it from there.
Cali.
And real quick, I don't plan on watching this stuff ahead of time. I'm using this particular video because I caught the tail end of it while I was live, and then as I was recording, I saw the first parts of it until the power went out. So I'm kind of re-recording this. So I did catch the first part and the last part, but I didn't catch the middle. So there we go.
Cali, what part?
Yeah, I live in the capital. So if you know, you know.
Okay, the capital of California. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Gemini.
So first thing, people, we have to stop the zodiac stuff. It's stupid. All right, you're not gonna tell anything by the day and the month that somebody was born. Nothing. These zodiac readings, these palm readings, all this woo-woo stuff, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. You are losing opportunities by believing in this stuff. If you pay attention to the readings that people put out there, oh, Gemini's it is, or Sagittarius have these traits, you're filtering through people with junk science, with bullshit. It doesn't matter, okay? They say, Geminis are two-faced or have two personalities and all that kind of stuff just because, they were born on whatever month. If you were born on June, so that means if you were born on June 1st, you aren't two-faced, but if you were born on June 2nd, you are two-faced. That's stupid as shit, man. That's dumb as fuck. And y'all need to get rid of it. All right? Get rid of it. This is stupid. It doesn't matter what somebody's zodiac sign is. It's bullshit. This is stuff that people believed like 2,000 years ago before they had electricity. All right? Stop.
Gemini. Do you have any kids?
No, I have 2 cats.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
I am a luxury companion.
A what, honey?
A luxury companion.
What's a luxury companion?
Basically, it's kind of like a sugar baby.
Kendra's
So
face.
men pay you to spend time with them?
Yes, I get paid to go on vacations, go to work events, go to dinner, um, hang out and stuff.
And what type of men pay you to do these things?
All types of races, all types of ages. Yeah.
I like her because she's honest. Okay, she just either she's honest or she's naive. I'm not sure which one it is right now. I'm kind of leaning towards naive actually, but she just putting it out there. Like, yeah, here you go. That's what I do.
Do you
It
have
was,
sex with them?
huh?
Do you have sex with them too?
Some of them.
Okay, so just curious, what are you looking for tonight on my show?
Well, like, I would like to find my perfect match. Like, I haven't dated since I've been doing this type of work. I've been doing this type of work for about like
She
a
naive.
year, and I haven't dated since because I feel like if it's a good guy, that's not fair to him. But like usually out here in Cali, like I only encounter like, am I allowed to say cuss words?
Yeah, sure.
I mostly like be encountering hood niggas, so I feel like it's not really worth me to not do the type of work and I don't tell them what I do. Um,
Why not?
but so it's like, why bother getting a job if I'm just gonna encounter guys that aren't worth me getting a real job? But also too, I need to let it be known I can easily get a real job. I've had 26 jobs and I've only gotten two.
What?
You're
Wait. So she's had what she say 26 jobs and she's 25, bro. The math. That's 26 jobs in 7 9 years, something, whatever.
you're
Yeah.
25 and you had 26 jobs so far?
Yes, I
What
have.
kind of jobs? What kind of jobs have you had?
Some have been real jobs like marketing, um, administrative assistant, stuff like that. Some have been.
So this can go several different ways, and I'm a real empathetic guy, so I try to really get into the shoes of the person who I'm trying to understand, and not so much judge them, but really understand if I were literally in their shoes, knowing what they know, raised how they were raised, what would make me think the way that I think, right? And for her, I feel like this could go one of two ways. Either she's very fickle, hard to stick to a process. She doesn't stick to things very well, or it's just a money thing. But 26 jobs is a lot, man. That's a lot, dude. I feel like I had a lot of jobs when I was young, and I only had like, I don't know, maybe like 5 6 until I landed something that was decent for a while. That's a lot, dude.
And little BS jobs like just
And to count and to know the count of them at that, like I would have forgot, like, I don't know, over 10. I don't know.
assistant manager at retail or uh working at a hotel or whatever. So I've had a lot. I
Just
get jobs really
resume.
easily, but I've been on my own since I was 18, and I I was just kind of always struggling. So I didn't want to struggle no more. But I'm still like very educated. I have a college degree. I have a degree
And went to
in
college.
marketing. I'm very well educated. It's just like I don't like to struggle. So yeah.
So she did all this and graduated from college. um what is that, a like 3 jobs a year on average, something like that's crazy work, yo.
So let's take it from here. So Kayla's 25. She's in California, no kids. Her job is a luxury companion. BK is sugar baby.
She
So
all
you're
over the
looking for
place.
a man you could be in a relationship with.
Yes. So I grew up very, very traditionally. So I know for a fact I would be the perfect wife. Like, I cook, I clean, I know how to treat a man well. So my goal, like my dream, I would.
Let me stop you right here. Okay. I find that most women do not understand how to articulate their value to the man that they're looking for, their dream guy or whatever, because most women are going to say, I cook, I clean, I'm a good partner, and that's it. Women have to understand that when you're out here in the dating market, you are a salesperson. And I know that women think that they like to be chased and they like to, kind of just sit there and allow things to come to them. And that's the wrong approach. It's the wrong approach. In this situation, and I know she's a sugar baby and all that kind of stuff, but I'm just talking about in general using an analogy here. But it's kind of funny. But men are your customers in a sense. I know what that sounds like. Not in that way, but in the sense that you are a business. You're a store with a product that you're trying to sell, which is you in a relationship is the product, not your stuff, but you are a product that is trying to be sold to somebody who has something of value that they are willing to give to you in exchange for that thing, which is what you're trying to sell yourself as. For a man of means, and let me pause right here and say that this is not to brag, I don't care about that. But I am the type of guy that most women describe that they want as far as what I guess would be traditionally considered high value, right? So I have a business, I have my own home, I am 6 feet tall, well spoken, all these different traits that when women describe a man that they want, that's me in general. Like I said, again, not to brag, this is just to make the point that I'm speaking as the person, as that customer that they say that they want. When you're talking about a man of means, cooking and cleaning is not that attractive, to be honest. I mean, it's nice, but I can hire a chef. I can go to a restaurant and have it delivered to me just fine. I can cook for myself just fine. I can have the cleaning people come by anytime I want to. It's nothing but $300-400 a month, easy work, right? We got dry cleaners, we got all these services out here already, so I don't need a nanny for that. So you gotta be bringing in something else. Like, those things are cool, okay, right? But that's not what I'm shopping for. I'm not shopping for a cooker and a cleaner. I'm not shopping for a chef and a maid. That's a trope that we got to get beyond. And what you really should be doing is you really should be talking to these type of men and asking them what they want out of a woman, out of their perfect woman, and understanding what the want is, what is the desire. Like, when we look at businesses, that's what they do. They have focus groups. They conduct research to see what the market is going to bear. What product do they put out there for the market that people are going to pay for? So in that sense, women need to do the same thing. Even if you're going to be the person that wants to be found, then you still need to be a nice shiny product on the shelf if somebody's going to find you. Cooking and cleaning and being a companion or a business partner or whatever that they be saying just ain't it, right? So we need to do better than that. So ask what these men want. What do I want? What do you want from me? What would make you desire me the most? What traits do you want in a woman? Have those conversations.
Would like to find a man and we date and then we get married and then we have children and I want to get my real estate
Oh yeah.
license and then be a real estate agent slash housewife.
She Delulu. She's naive. She's naive. She in La La Land, and that's nice. And I actually like to see this. I actually like to see this because I hate to see innocence um, destroyed. So she still somehow has preserved her innocence. So it's kind of cute.
So in this process, are you still gonna be a sugar baby to other men?
Absolutely not. No way.
Okay.
The
So you're
reason
willing to.
because I want a good guy. I want a good man, and that's not going to be fair to a good man. But also, too, I have to let this.
So on that point that I was making just a second ago, if you ask her what is a good man, I bet she could describe every trait about what she believes a good man is. But if you ask her what does she bring to the table, it's going to be a lot of generalities. We need to get that tightened up. Is basically what I'm saying.
This be known as well because they're going to assume like, oh, she's compared to sugar baby, she's been ran through. Actually, 25. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 20 years old.
It does what? What are you talking about, girl? And she said that with so much like zest. I didn't lose it till I was 20 years old. So take that. That don't matter, baby girl. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is another thing. Like it's like you get. She hangs out with all these dudes, but she ain't never talked to a dude. It feels like. When it comes to that, when it comes to being ran through, that's it's not that you're physically worn out. I know that we say, well, maybe people will disagree with me. Okay, I don't care, but to me, it's not that you're worn out or that you're loose or any of that stuff. It's the thought of some other dude, some other wrinkly, sweaty, nasty dude crawling all up on top of you, looking like Jabba the Hutt or whatever, just all up in there, having his way. The thought of that is like super ick to me. I don't want to think about that. And your profession, that's all I'm gonna think about is like, ew. You know what I'm saying? And it has nothing to do like it scientifically. You can't stretch out a muscle and it just be loose. Right? It's just not how anatomy works. But it's just the thought of the ick of the you being like emotionally detached and doing this for a job, and then now you're with me and we're supposed to be like big happy family, and in the back of my mind I'm just like, who was it? Are we gonna run into this dude at the grocery store? Like, are you gonna get a stalker? Like, I don't know. It's just the thought of it. It's just like, yeah, you know. So even if it was a few guys, it would be different for me if it was literally just a no touch sugar baby versus like a touch sugar baby. I could probably find a way to get over the no touch thing. He was just doing it for a job. There was never any kind of intimacy going on or anything like that. It was never no touch, like I don't know, something different. But the touch, the intimacy aspect right there is just like that. That's the ick.
Well, how many men have you slept with since you turned 20?
I don't know. I haven't counted, but it hasn't been that many.
Okay, let me
I
get
can't
to
do it. I love
Okay,
you
stop,
so
stop.
much.
Yeah, ladies, stop this.
Kayla, wait, hold on. Let's take it from the top. So You mentioned a
Okay.
good guy a couple times. What kind of man are you looking for?
So, number one, I want him to be God fearing. If not, yeah.
Oh. Okay, okay, okay. Stop it. Stop it. All right. Y'all y'all got to stop with the God fearing stuff. Y'all got to stop with the godly stuff. All right? Enough. Enough. You're setting yourself up for failure by having this as a standard because it it's so easy to put on the front. It's so easy to fake the funk. It's so easy to put on a cross and say, "Oh yeah, I go to church every Sunday with grandma and bake her cookies and blah 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 just to get in the sheets." Okay? You're setting yourself up to be scammed. All right? I want you to Google right now. Go out there and Google child molesters in church. Just Google that. See how many results that you get. Child molester pastor, child molester church, child molester Catholic, child molester youth leader, youth pastor, all that stuff. See how many results come up. The reason why these people do this is because people let their guard down when they think that you're like this holier than thou godly person. It's easy to put on that costume. It's easy to put on that mask and then slip right past your defenses. So you need to stop. It has nothing to do with her profession. Yes, obviously. Obviously, she got some issues there and Kendra about to get all up in that. But outside of that, y'all need to stop with this godly churchy stuff, okay? Because y'all not even walking that walk. If you're a nun, okay, then you can ask for a godly man. Outside of that, y'all need to stop, okay? The majority of people in the United States are religious already, so you don't need to sit there and ask for that or make that a thing. And anyway, you're just setting yourself up to be scammed by having this big old hang up about, oh, you need to believe in Jesus, because anybody can say that. I could go out there and say that I'm not a believer. And I can go out there and pretend better than the believers can pretend. Okay, I know more about the Bible than most believers. I know more about the Bible than most Christians. Okay, so you need to stop. Anyway,
Yes, I'm sinning. The only sins I commit is drinking alcohol and having premarital sex.
and
But
that's
I'm
how
all
most of
about
y'all
God.
think. A sin is a sin is a sin according to your book. So y'all need to stop.
So please also be about God. Um, just try. Just try. You don't gotta be rich, but you gotta have your own
Kendra
everything
about to
because I
fall
have
out the
my own
chair.
everything. And I would prefer if he didn't have children. But if he's older, then I understand like
Look at
you have
Kendra.
but like I prefer if he didn't. Yeah. I'm not that picky.
Not at
I my
all.
favorite type of men are Spanish speakers, but I don't know if there's any
She's
Spanish
so
speakers that watch your show
naive,
because I ain't never
bro.
seen them on here before.
It is so cute.
Now, Kayla,
What?
you done sat your ass up here and told us you a luxury companion. Men pay you to be their woman, and at times you give them intimacy. Now, we ain't trying to sit here and not be judgmental and listen, but the first quality you want in your guy is God
God
fearing.
fearing.
But
That's
I'm
That's
right.
also
first.
But
but
Kendra.
don't you think that like those men are also having premarital sex?
Yeah.
Listen, it's for each their own, and I try my hardest not to be judgmental, but it doesn't align. Like, to me, a God fearing woman is looking for what they might consider a virtuous woman.
See, this is why I like this little girl, man, because she's naive, but she you could tell that she receives. She's open. She's so open that her brain falls out a little bit, but at the same time, she receives wisdom when it's bestowed upon her. And that is a very good trait to have. Now I don't know if she has a filter. I don't know what her filter is looking like, but I would rather, well, okay, this is a balancing act, because you have to be able to listen and receive, but you also have to have a nice filter for bullshit. But at least for her, she's receiving what she's being given and not just batting everything back that's bestowed upon her, and that's rare. It shouldn't be. So this is something that people need to learn, especially women. You need to learn to listen, and this is exactly what people are talking about when they say you need to listen. Because I could tell this lady has nobody in her life. She says she's been on her own since she's 18. She has nobody in her life leading her in a fruitful direction. It seems like she's just doing what she needs to do to survive, or what she's found to be able to survive and live a comfortable life, right? It doesn't sound like she just went out there and said, you know what my dream for life is? I want to be a sugar baby. I want to be a prostitute or whatever, right? It doesn't sound like she woke up and wants that. It's just like that's the path that she found. So she's listening and receiving wisdom. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. Okay.
And I don't think a God-fearing man that's looking for his virtuous wife would consider a woman who's a sugar baby who goes out with other men to be their woman for the weekend, the month, or whatever. I don't think that's the law of attraction alignment.
You know what, Kendra? I think you're absolutely right. And that's probably why, despite the fact that I'm well spoken and educated, I haven't found my perfect match, because God's not going to bless me with that. Because why would He? Because I'm not living that type of life.
Well, I mean, we blame everything on God at times, but I think it's just what you would attract. Like the energy you're giving out is not that type of energy. You're giving out, like you said, you're a sugar baby currently. You know, there's a lot of titles for that, but we'll run with sugar baby. So I feel like men who are seeking like wives, they want their wives to be sacred. I'm not saying that you can't. I mean, there's a lot of, shouts Kim Kardashian. She was on a whole sex tape and got married 3 times, child. So it can happen.
All right,
I'm not
Kendra,
God. I
pipe
can't.
down. So marriage is not a destination. It's not a trophy. It is not a finish line. It is not like this end all be all. It is just it's a business contract. Anybody can get married tomorrow. You can go down to the justice of peace and marry whoever you want. It's not this thing that's like, okay, I'm good enough. I'm validated now that somebody has married me, has agreed to marry me. Anybody can get married. Anybody can find any other crazy person, somebody out there. You could pick a homeless person up off the street, get married. Like, you can get somebody from a different country that wants to come to America and find them online, get married, get them a green card. Like, it's not a validation of anything. Marriage is supposed to be a beginning. It's supposed to be this thing that says that I found my person. So she's up there talking about Kim Kardashian got married 3 times. It's meaningless. That cheapens marriage. Okay, it's not like, oh, even I don't even know what the point was. Like, yeah, she got married 3 times because she's pretty. Like any fool like would marry her. Like I don't understand. But we have to stop putting so much pressure on marriage as like, oh, I gotta get married, I gotta get married, I gotta get married. Because it doesn't do anything except it adds some legal protections and it helps you with taxes. It adds legal protection for the person who doesn't earn as much in the marriage, stuff like that. But people get divorced every day. It's not like okay, I've made it. I finally got married. Now I can relax. I can chill. I've done it. I got validated. All my hard work has paid off. It hasn't paid anything yet. The hard work is in the marriage. It's to maintain the marriage over time. It's to do all of that work, the relationship work afterwards. Like, I hate how much social pressure that we put on. You got to get married. You're only whole if you get married. Like, that causes bad marriages. It causes people to get married who shouldn't be getting married. Like, we got to stop that. Anyway.
And put it in a box. But I will say, it's just, to say God fearing is the first major quality after you told us what you do, it just seemed kind of crazy.
Maybe also too, as far as that's actually kind of new. Like, I've only been focused on my faith for the last few months because I
Oh, you poor
realized
baby.
like a few months ago
You poor baby. You poor thing.
that I don't want to live this life anymore because I'm getting older. So it's also new for me. So it is like a contradiction. So it's like, girl, you're saying that this is what you want, but you got to start living that life. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to struggle.
I'm going to tell you what I like about this, because she not only listens, she's processing real time the wisdom that was imparted upon her. And I like that. That's cool. That's good. And actually taking it and critically thinking about it and applying it and stuff like that. It's kind of funny that she just found Jesus a couple months ago and now she wants the super godly thing and all this kind of stuff. But she's taking that feedback and chewing on it. And I like that.
But, I do understand.
But you said you could get other jobs if you wanted other jobs.
I just feel like it's never enough.
Because I'm quite sure you're getting paid well doing what you do.
Yeah, and like, Kendra, I'm sorry.
Let me ask you this, on a real talk, why couldn't you settle down with one of your professional companion, the men that are paying you? Why can't you close a deal with that person?
She don't like them. She don't respect them.
Obviously got the money that can pay you to be there one time, or I don't know how your schedule works. I don't know if you got men in rotation, but why haven't you closed a deal with one of those men?
They be having issues. They be having a lot of issues. And who's to say, if they understand that all you have to do is like go on a website, the Sugar Baby website, and find a girl. What if he gets tired of me and then he goes on there and finds another one? You feel me? Like, that's not the type of man I want.
What are your deal breakers? We got some paid questions for you, but let me continue with mine first. What are your deal breakers?
Okay. It's okay selling no violent crimes.
Wait, your phone was going in and out. Your phone was going in and out.
Oh, sorry. It's okay if you have like a criminal past, but nothing as far as like rape or murder. I can't do that. I need you to respect women. Like, if you have a mom but you don't get along with her, I can't do that because that means you have mommy issues. Dealt with that in the past. I don't like that one.
We probably gonna get into this in another video, but parental issues, it just, I it's hard for me to relate, honestly. But these issues with moms and dads and either way, like, you hear a lot about men that treat their mom like their girlfriend and love their mom more than their wife and all this kind of stuff. Or like she's saying mommy issues, they disrespect it. I haven't really heard that one that much, but disrespecting your mom and all this kind of stuff. We need to work on that. Men, your mom needs to be in a mom's place when it comes to your life and your relationship with your woman. Your mom needs to understand that your wife is your wife, just like your mom was a wife or whatever she was to your daddy or whatever. Maybe she wasn't, but in your relationship, You it's up to you to draw that line because a woman does not want to feel like she comes second to mom. All right. And it's not like you have to choose. You just draw clear boundaries. And that's it. Your woman is going to understand, like, if your mom is sick or something like that, you got to help her out, you go help her out. But at the same time, mom is mom. Mom is not life. Mom is not wife. Mom is not girlfriend. Mom is mom. And mom, if you expect to have grandbabies and you want your son to have a happy life and a happy relationship, then you need to just be mom. Love you. Come home for Christmas, all that kind of stuff. But I need to spend quality time with wifey over here. Point blank, period. And mom's gonna love you no matter what. So it's up to you to draw that boundary. All right. But anyway, that's not what this video is about.
You have to believe in God.
All right,
Bar.
let's get to some of your paid questions.
Yeah, yeah.
You said something about mommy issues. Let's do this one. Zoe T said, giving lunatic vibes. Her father was missing growing up. Why do y'all come up here embarrassing yourselves, annoying Kendra? She high on something. Now, you
No.
mentioned men have mommy issues. Some people think you have daddy issues.
That's not true. I actually was mostly raised by my father, and he's my
What,
best friend.
what does your dad think about your career choice?
He doesn't know. I'm sure he
Oof.
has an idea.
He know
What?
now.
Your daddy doesn't know that you a sugar baby?
He
Well,
just
why the
knows.
hell you come tell the world before your daddy about to know his co-worker going to show him this video?
I doubt it.
Like I said, she naive, y'all. Naive. She don't. I don't know what happened with this. She says she was on her own since she was 18, but her dad's her best friend. That I don't know what's up with that. That's kind of weird. She said she was struggling, so she kind of fell into this job. But her dad's her best friend. Maybe her daddy's broke. I don't know. But I don't know. It's getting weird right now.
He knows.
Girl, do
You
you
think
not
so?
understand the magnitude of my show? Your daddy will find out after you. He's going to find out now. So you told the whole world that you a sugar baby and your daddy didn't have no idea?
He has some sort of idea that I was doing something. He know I don't work no regular job.
She's
Well,
so
Father's Day is going to
naive.
be interesting for you this year.
I know.
But I
Damn.
got, I got a question. I guess it's a gift that people feel so comfortable telling me and the world, because I'm not sitting here by myself. Hundreds of thousands of people are going to see this video. I'm just trying
I
to figure out,
experience. I didn't think my family would be watching your show. They're
girl,
old.
when you are a highlight video, your whole family going to see this.
Am I gonna be a highlight video though?
Absolutely. That's why the slogan is no videos come down.
She's so naive.
Oh,
She need a man, dude.
I
She
don't know.
need a man.
You see a lot of people, and not everybody gets to be a highlight.
She
I don't
needs a
understand why
man.
y'all be coming telling me secrets like I'm the secret keeper. I'm not the secret show. This is not the show to keep tell a secret to, because the whole
So
world know now.
my lifestyle is not a secret. The only people I keep it a secret from are my mom and dad, and that's just to protect it. Actually, not even my mom anymore. I told her about a month ago. So really, it's only my dad that it's a secret from, and that's just to protect him.
This girl need to be on somebody's couch, and I'm talking about a professional. I'm talking about in the psychology industry. She need therapy, bro.
Well, you ain't protecting more than her because he know now. Someone said this. Chai Chu says she's lying about everything.
Nah, I don't think so.
Why would I be lying about everything? I don't understand.
Okay, she says she's not lying. The
I'm actually
Henday said The Henday
lying.
said, I'm a little older, so I have a different perspective.
No.
This woman's just going through her whole phase in life, just like Lori Harvey. We all had one.
Now that is one paid comment that might be legit because I mentioned I didn't lose my virginity until I turned 20, and You know,
No.
I kept it. I kept it in the box for a long time, and then once I let it out like crazy. So, uh,
Oh, see. Oh, God. So I'm Mr. High Value, and I'm listening to this. She's just naive. She don't be thinking about this stuff. But I mean, Mr. High Value hearing this, and she making a comment like, "When I let it out, I rarely let it out." I'm just sitting there like, "Oh, gosh, oh, ick." No. Even if I thought she's cute, which I do think she's cute. No, 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 no. Cute only gets you so far, baby girl. Only gets you so far. All right.
that might be legit.
The Hyundai Osai.
And what's up with this whole phase thing, man? Ladies, you gotta stop. You gotta stop with this whole phase thing. Okay? Stop it. I'm sorry. Um, and I'm not saying that you gotta be a nun. I'm not saying that you gotta be a virgin. But you gotta have some you have to show some wisdom. You have to show some restraint because too many of y'all are having babies out of wedlock. And I don't even care, honestly, out of the whole wedlock thing, y'all are having babies and not ending up with the dude that you have babies with. I don't care if you get married to him, honestly, whatever. But you are presenting yourself as a single mother to men who have the means to choose, pick and choose, who have options. And bringing a baby to the table, bringing a child that's not his or not mine to the table, that's a hard sell. That's a hard sell, especially if I don't got no kids. I'm not bringing no kids to the table. You want me to accept yours when he got a whole daddy out there? I mean, it's a hard sell, man. So this whole phase, y'all got to do something else. Y'all got to modify this. All right.
I don't agree that Lori Harvey's a hoe though. Lori Harvey was in relationships, so she's
Nah,
a hoe.
Lori Harvey was
Hello?
effing of
But she was
dudes.
also a girlfriend. She wasn't. She was claimed by all the men she was with. So
But when
I don't understand.
you can never say the baby mama. I love that.
Well, I don't think she wants children. I think she enjoys her youth and wanted to date. But that's a whole other conversation. We're not here to talk about that. We can have difference of opinion. L double I says, stop wasting our got dang time respectfully.
I don't know what to tell them.
Smoke City 2.0 said, nah, baby, you for the streets. We don't want you at all. Light skinned women feel like they on top of the world.
Never said that. I don't know where they got that from.
Okay. New X vacancy, I think, said, girl, don't nobody
Man,
want
y'all
that used
rough.
up cootie cutter. Finish your career and retire. SBC about to have a field day. By the way, love you, Auntie Kendra.
So, internet comments, right? These are internet comments. You got to have that thick skin for the internet, man, because people are anonymous, like me, right? I'm anonymous, so I can say what the hell I want to say, right? But in reality, her box about to get filled up. Her inbox about to be full, right? Watch what I tell you.
Okay.
Okay, then I'm gonna stop here and go back to my questions. Debt Free Dad said, are you looking for a relationship or customers? I'm confused. She's on her Ashley Madison ish. The Book of Luke, Uncle Luke. So do you want a relationship or are you just trying to get more people, more sugar daddies?
I absolutely am not on for sugar daddies. This is not even the place to find that. Uh, I was really just I see, you have a lot of success stories
She hurt.
and you have had other women that
She
are in
hurt.
the same career field as me and I'm confused like are usually the the paid questions this mean? Because I remember I've watched other highlights and like girls were talking
Hmm.
about they were full on prostitutes, and I don't remember you reading any paid questions and it being mean like that.
She a little ditzy too. She a little immature. Um, not in a not in a bratty way, but just like it feels like time stopped or something like that. Like she's just so naive. Um, like I said, it's so cute because it's just like she hasn't. It's so contradictory to her profession, but it feels like she just hasn't been out there in the world. Like she doesn't get on the internet or something. Like I don't know. I'm getting like this naivete kind of vibe. It's so weird.
Well, I will say I've had sex workers before. They weren't always on the YouTube show. They were on different platforms. And the paid questions probably started on YouTube, I want to say maybe 4 months ago.
Uh,
So, but whether it was a paid question or not, the women that you're referring to, and one in particular, I remember she was in Toronto. She definitely got a lot of flack in the comment section. So the paid
it
questions are just really what they're going to be saying about, huh?
white girl with the short hair.
All right,
Yes.
I'm gonna skip some of
Yeah,
this.
like I didn't find anything wrong with I like at the same time you have to understand. I guess I've been living a delusion a tad bit because once you explain everything,
Yeah,
it actually totally makes
Delulu.
sense.
Yeah, I mean, you got to understand the male's perspective. You got
Okay,
to
we're gonna
ask
do
the
this
guy that is
Kendra
seeking what
Cam.
you say you want.
See,
I
she
just tell them I'm a
listens.
damn because that's what I used to do. And then they be like really insecure about that. So then I don't be respecting them because it's like, what the hell? Yeah.
Okay, so 80K is what you're saying. Kayla, let's do the Kendra Cam.
Oh, I
Okay.
missed that part.
I'm wearing
Before we get into that, so she says she's looking for somebody with like 80K. She lives in California. Um, I got several thoughts on the whole money thing, right? Because the way men and women approach money are so different. I'm talking about quality men, right? Quote unquote high value men, whatever, right? The way we approach money is so different because it's like women have this thing where you think that you have to have a guy that makes at least what you make or more than you in order to feel comfortable. And I've heard the why from several different directions. I've heard the why from the direction of men are intimidated by when women make more money than them. They start acting kind of crazy. They start acting weird, which I suppose is true in a lot of cases. Which maybe that's something we men got to work on. I've also heard the argument that my money's for me and your money's for us, which is stupid as fuck. Like what? Who wants to hear that shit? Who wants to hear that shit? Right? I've heard the best argument I've heard is let's combine our money and make it work for us. I mean, that's the closest that I can get to understanding why this is. But it's like women want to be taken care of, but you're already taking care of yourself. Like the concepts are contradictory. Like you're already taking care of yourself. So if I'm taking care of me and you taking care of you, what's the problem? Because you don't want to go 50-50. And the whole 50-50 conversation is a setup. Just the conversation in itself, because the way things should really go to have a successful outcome is each person should put their means to what they're best suited. So if the man is better at budgeting and money and all that kind of stuff, then that's the person that should control the budgets and do the money stuff, right? Because they're best suited for that. If a lot of times in the past it was the woman, because the man was doing all the work. The woman was paying all the bills and writing the checks and making sure all that kind of stuff was straight, making sure the accounts was good. So the whole argument of paying 50-50 is stupid. You should just find a person, a human being that matches what you want, what you need, as far as traits, as far as personality, as far as their constitution, as far as who that person is, and what traits that they bring to the table, and do they mesh with your traits. All that kind of stuff is what is most important. The money is like the lubrication for the relationship. It should be the lubrication. It shouldn't be, well, my money's all mine and I'm just gonna hoard all my stuff for me, and then you get to pay for us, the us stuff, and yourself, and have that kind of, that's stupid, right? Like, the money should be put into a pot, and it doesn't have to be a joint account or anything like that, but like a mental pot where, okay, let's figure out the best use of our collective resources. Maybe it's, I pay the mortgage and you pay the electricity and the water, or something like that, or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be 50-50, and it doesn't have to be 100 nothing. It should be whatever both people are best suited at. And if a woman has been fortunate enough where she's making, all of this money, and she's found a career, she's making all this money, what are you making all that money for if you're not going to use it for the most important thing in your life, which is supposedly your relationship? If you're just going to use it on yourself, what is the point? Because you're pricing yourself out of the market. Because if you're making all of that money, you're not going to find that many people that make all of that money. So you're pricing yourself out of some very good people who maybe they're just not making that money yet. Like, I wasn't always making 6 figures plus. It took me a long time to figure that out. It's hard to make 6 figures. It's rare to make 6 figures. So what are we doing? But anyway, all right.
Because I'm about to go somewhere, but hopefully you can see my body good enough. It's tight, so we'll see. But,
Okay, you seem like you're small.
yeah, I am 5'2" and I weigh 110.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, of course she looks good.
Caleb, so you told us your profession. When was your last relationship outside of your profession?
Well, are we talking about a serious relationship? Like, really serious?
Yeah.
Okay. The last time I had a really serious relationship was probably 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago. And like, that was a boy that like I lived with and everything, but that was before I started doing any type of, like, I was not a sugar baby, I was not dancing, I was like fresh out of college and stuff. Well, I had like left college to go be with him, and then like I went back. But yeah, I still like date guys or whatever now, but it never ends well because they're always like insecure. So four
There you
years ago
go.
was my most serious relationship where I
Yeah.
lived with someone.
Of course they're going to be
Okay.
insecure. What are you
don't have to
talking
answer,
about,
but I'm gonna
lady?
ask. When
What are you talking about? Of course they're going to be insecure. What do you mean?
was the last time you was intimate with someone?
Yesterday.
I think it's been like about a week.
Yep.
Was that one of your sugar daddies?
Yes.
Okay.
The last
Let me read this. Wait.
All that's the ick. All that's the ick, right? And of course, yes, you should be honest. It is what it is. But sorry, that's ick. That's yuck.
What you gonna say?
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say the last time I've been intimate without paid was about a month ago.
Without being paid was a month ago. Okay. Dream Edmond said, I thought God preaches for us to not pass judgments and give.
So this is another thing, right? So she was in a relationship. Her last serious relationship was 4 years ago, but she was last intimate without getting paid a month ago. So she's what is that? That's kind of weird. That's kind of, again, even within the confines of what she's trying to sell here, that's kind of, right?
Give those a chance who are seeking the change. She should, she said she would give it up. Well, Dream Emin, this is the problem right here. God don't pass judgment, but people do. Men pass judgment, women pass judgment. When you're gonna learn only God loves you
All
unconditionally
right.
and
My alcohol intake and my temper.
okay. And why man
Back a
that you
little bit.
might want to take you serious probably is not going to take you serious. But do I think that you're going to have a lack of men? No, I think you actually might
That's
have
right.
a lot of men that might reach out to you. So I don't think you'll. I think you'll get a high probability of guys, to be quite honest. The question is, are they going to be the type of guys you really want? What are 3 flaws you want to work on?
My career, my alcohol intake, and my temper.
Okay. And why would a guy
Hmm.
be lucky to be with you, Kayla?
Temper.
Because I take care.
I see this a lot, ladies. I see this a lot. Um, y'all have an issue with, I don't know why, this is so widespread. But anger issues is definitely a thing, like snapping, no patience, the inability to control your mouth. Why? Why don't you have self control? What is it about this culture that encourages? It's got to be a cultural thing, because this is not in different cultures. Even within America, a lot of the times it's starting to spread. But when it comes to black women and maybe possibly Latina women or something, why don't we have self control?
Of myself, my house, and I'm educated and smart and caring. I try my hardest to improve every single day, and I could confidently 1,000% say that every year I do improve more and more. Because if you would have talked to me last year for that, you would have talked to a whole nother girl.
Okay. I'm gonna let
So
you decide. You have more paid questions, but it's up to you if you want them or not.
How
I'm
much longer
curious,
is
but
this
I know
thing?
they're gonna be really mean, and I don't want to get off of here and my feelings hurt.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you decide. So no,
but yeah,
that's fair. I'm gonna let you decide. We already read a couple.
yeah.
Let me
I'm
see if
pretty
there's
sure.
a positive. Let me see if there's a positive one though for you. Um, well, this one said, "To real foremost, thank you to."
I mean, at least I was on. You
She wants a
know,
God fearing
people
man. She
people really had that many bad things to say. Oh my god!
baby girl, you came on the show and said that
She's
you
funny.
get paid. Lie, shit,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
Maybe
But
I. Wait, could I ask you a favor? Please don't make me a
All
highlight.
right, all
that's
right, all right. That's
impossible.
enough. Okay, so that's her, right? That's pretty much it. But um, that's all I'm gonna do for today. This first show. We'll see how this works. I know the some of the quality was a little bit off. So maybe I'll try to figure that out. But we need to do better, folks. And I hope I got the conversation started. I'll see if I continue to do this if I have time. But that's it for this one, yo. We out.